Look at this. Stay out here. That's probably why they take so long. They come back with the fucking paperwork.
No, I knew why it took so long. She even told me, she said, I'm going to push this through myself, so you'll get your food stamps tomorrow. I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to be like, I love you. I even, when I was walking out, I was like, can I leave her, to the reception lady, I was like, can I leave her a good review? And she just looked at me and smiled. And then this lady, this older lady, she looked like supervisor or something, was like, she's great, isn't she? And I said, wonderful. And then like made it like I had just drank some good wine, like mwah, and walked out.
I just got some, yeah, great taste test. This thing is burning. Yay. So super dogs, super humans, super nice. Super welfare
nice.
workers.
I think
they
can smell infection. I think that's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Is the different, they're super smell. They're like super smell. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
I'm happy they can feel the vibrations and everything. Cats do too.
Cats are different though.
Yeah, well, when you're sick, they know you're sick. I don't know
Oh,
if there's been any studies about them detecting.
There has been less studies about cats than dogs, to be honest. That's why you don't really know much about your cats, because they don't really know much about your cat, because it wasn't really a priority. It's just now becoming a little bit of a priority, to be honest.
Well, they're so independent.
They are independent. That's why I always liked or preferred them
yeah.
over dogs.
They talk to you too. They know. They're
whiny. They're vocal. And that's one thing that I did find when, researching, is that they are not vocal in the wild with each other. That language is just between you and your cat. It's specific to you and you only.
Great.
No one else can, know what their cat wants or what your cat wants, because you're the one that...
And you said it had a baby response.
Some of them, yeah. When they want something,
like
they are able to hit a frequency high enough that's in the same decibel as a baby's cry.
That's awesome. So this Ginger whips the shit out of this dog. It's got wounds on it if you look at his face. Okay.
Oh, wait.
But now...
What did he do?
He beat it up. Like, every chance he stalked it. Every chance. I didn't even know he was in some place.
It's because they're highly territorial.
Yeah.
Even if you got him neutered, he probably wouldn't stop. I mean, it depends on the cat. Some of them do and get fat, but some of them don't stop.
Oh, he ain't going to stop. Solo would. Solo, like, he was hiding in the dresser drawer to attack this dog. Just popped out on his head.
Ninja.
Yeah, and
Ninja
he's got those flaps in between, right? So he, like, glides at the top. It's so fucking hilarious.
I could see him as a fucking D&D character.
Yeah, like, it's so funny. It's so great. And I feel bad for the dog. But now the dog will lay at the bottom of the bed, but Ginger will be at the top.
Maybe my next assassin
He's starting
will
to get
Solo.
closer and closer to the thing. Yeah. And Solo just looks at it and hisses. And the dog knows not to fuck with it. But Ginger, it's almost becoming a war. And now the dog won't go down the basement. The cats took over the basement and put their food down there.
Oh, that's their space. She probably will learn to respect it if she stays.
Yeah, because they sleep with the girls at night.
There's more of them
because
than
of the
her,
kids.
too.
Yeah.
If she has any kind of intelligence, we'll just leave them
Oh, I'm sure
their
she
space.
does, because it's funny. It's been a week now. Well, Sunday will be a week.
Because, I mean, they're so fast and nimble. Both of them together could really fuck her up.
Yeah.
Like her trying to go down the stairs. I could see it now. Just trip that bitch. Man, run away.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I didn't realize the boys were like that. And then you got the kids, right? And then you got the birds. It's all attacking this dog. Yeah, and then the dog's always yelling at people.
And your birds, too. Like, your cats are very intelligent, specifically Ginger. I don't get to interact with Solo so much because he is Solo.
Yeah.
He just goes Solo.
That was a great name. It does. I don't see him at the time.
But Ginger, he's highly intelligent. I know this because he was getting ready to pounce your bird, Bubba, when he was sleeping on Ian.
Yeah.
Okay, he was hunkering down, and he doesn't know me. He doesn't know shit, but I started making these sounds. I'm like, don't do it, like a warning. And he stopped and looked at me, and then looked at Bubba and thought about it. I know he thought about it, and then turned and walked away and put his tail up like, fuck you, bitch. I guess you're bigger than me. I'll just leave it alone.
I'm going to get you, bird.
I'll get you eventually. She's going to leave sometime.
Yeah. They're funny. And we finally caught that snake that was in the fucking. I didn't actually see the snake, but I did believe them because of their reaction. But as time went by, I believed that maybe it was just a fluke, okay?
Okay.
2 weeks literally went by, and we were coming back from band camp, Matt picking us up, and they sent me a picture of this snake. It's about a foot long. It's a freaking little black snake. It's just as he gets out the shower. And there's a freaking snake.
Hold on, 2 weeks, she said. 2 weeks. I remember this because a week before she even went to band camp and she was there for a week, she's like, this snake disappeared. He may or may not have went down my steps. I'm like, I don't think he went down your steps. How can you move that quick?
Right.
She's like, I don't know, maybe he went out my window. And that was the end of it. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then it was in the wall. Like, where the pipe is for your shower. You know how everyone has that little door thing going on? It's in there.
Access panel.
Yeah. And that shit. So we thought it was maybe going down the drain. There was no logical way for it to come in and out.
I told you it was still there.
I think the cats brought it in. And we didn't know.
I just was... They may have, but then if they did, what made them leave it alone?
Because they play dead. I get to rescue the snakes all the time.
Play possum.
It's easy. Yeah, they do play dead.
Well, that is a possibility. Or another possibility is it came in through your basement like you thought. Came up that pipe. And then just stayed there because they only have to eat like once every, depending on the snake.
Stalking?
It wasn't stalking. It probably wasn't stalking anything. It was probably looking for a cool, damp place to
It was
relax.
about 90 degrees that week. It was really hot.
If it was really hot. Yeah, so... because they only need to eat, like I said, they only need to eat like maybe, I want to say once a month, but it could be less or more, I think, depending on the snake. So
it was a black snake?
I'm not sure about black snakes, to be honest. I just know that snakes do not need to feed very often. So it's not surprising that you found it 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
No, it's too small to eat your bird. Way too small to eat your bird.
You seen the picture?
Yeah. A foot is,
It wasn't big at all.
That's funny, though.
The only person that was going to get it was the kid, and then Keyshawn just happened to be the one home to get it. But
thank goodness it was him, or it would have been lost for another week. No one else would have had the courage to grab it.
It'd just be like, that snake was in there again.
They're going to be like, that snake's going to be there forever. We got to move, Mom.
Yeah, it's going to grow.
It's the snake's house now.
He owns it. He bought it.
I was ready to do that when I was pregnant over a spider.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, you have no idea. It was the size of a fucking tarantula.
Oh, God.
I was sitting there with crazy Matthew, okay? We were waiting for Devon to get home from work. I was like 7 months pregnant. I don't know. Now, mind you, Matthew is this schizophrenic man that we know that he is so much a vegan that he will not even eat cheese or milk products.
Right.
And one day I seen him, I was walking up the hill, he was dumping Fruity Pebbles on the ground. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm feeding the ants, man.
We fed bees all the time. I'll be feeding the bees. I'll get to that in a minute. Finish your story.
So this huge spider runs out, and it didn't even register who was sitting beside me. I jumped up and I said, Matthew, kill it, kill it. He said, I can't kill it, man.
That's our mom, too, and me.
I said, Matthew, I said, if you don't kill it, I'm going to go get the redneck guy upstairs and he'll kill it. And if he won't kill it, I'm moving the fuck out. And the spider can have this house. And I was dead serious. Yes. He said, okay, do you have a dustpan? I said, I do, but you're not going to like the size. It was one of them little dollar dustpans. Like, no, not very big at all. So he grabs this tiny dustpan.
The spider's bigger than it.
Oh my God. Moves the stand that it ran under. Scoops this motherfucker up. Yes, it was the size of this tiny dustpan I handed this man.
Oh my goodness.
And he just calmly sticks his arm out. It's crawling all over his hand, going back in the dustpan.
Oh man.
And walks out the door with it. And I'm like, oh my God. Hey, we're trying to record, guys. You're going to have to take that stuff outside.
Get out.
Come on.
To the left.
Come on, go outside.
Look at Ada.
Go. 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 Kata, go. Go. Kata, go. Go. Kata, go.
She probably feels like I'm going to leave her.
Yeah, well, she's good.
You're dropping me off again. I just know it.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh, man. So the bees have been out heavy. Everybody's been posting about them. They're in, like, 20s and 30s in
Maybe
numbers.
they've developed a resistance.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And are coming back.
Well,
with,
they probably dropped some.
They were,
yeah. They were
so
going
the fact
to,
that
I
you're saying
remember.
that you seeing them
Right.
makes me
and
happy.
It makes me happy, too. And people are like, oh, you gotta kill them. I'm like, no.
No, don't fucking kill them.
They're working hard for the winter, and hopefully they'll survive the winter.
I didn't even kill that wasp, and I don't even think that they may or may not be pollinators. I'm not sure.
Well, I haven't seen. They are. There's more things that are pollinators than we
you would
think that aren't even
caterpillars
bees.
are
Yeah,
pollinators.
beetles.
And Matt and I, he was like, butterflies are pollinators.
Yeah.
I said a little bit.
They're scavengers.
They're scavengers, exactly. Everyone thinks they feed off of pollen and sweet things, but they feed off of dead things mostly.
They drink pollen.
They drink, yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
They have their own dust. They can't mess up that dust.
There was a woman afraid of groundhogs at the asylum. And I looked at her and I said, do you know what pretty butterfly? Because we had seen a big-ass butterfly on one of the tours. And I said, sorry for my language. We're trying with that. Not succeeding, but trying. I said, we've seen a beautiful butterfly. And I was like, do you know what butterflies feed off of? And she's like, no. I said, dead things for the most part. And she's like, oh! I was like, yeah, you should be more afraid of the butterfly than the groundhog. Not really, but I mean,
in the long run.
Yeah, and she was also very skittish about being there because of all the death that had happened, and she said that that's why she was scared. And then I was just thinking, with your line of reasoning, you should be more afraid of a butterfly than a groundhog. Like, but
isn't it funny how they see butterflies as a sign of death, or not death, but a visitor from the unknown world, or the dead world, spirit realm, whatever. And they're the ones that feed on death.
Well, that has to come from a more ancient.
Mm-hmm. We should look that up.
It's probably why, because they're beautiful and they do feed on death
as like as a soul resurrection.
Yeah,
sign.
like whatever they fed on, maybe. Because I mean, a lot of cultures do believe that you are what you eat, literally, like, or you consume the energy or whatever, and it is energy.
Like cannibalism.
All in all, sort of, but not as negative as that. That's more like I swallow your soul. But
it is though. They do eat their dead ancestors.
They do to try, and some of them think that they can obtain their memories too from lost memories
and animals' hearts.
Yeah. So, but all in all, it boils down to energy in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Do you believe in reincarnation of that energy? Like,
well, theoretically, energy cannot be neither created nor destroyed, merely transferred. So, I guess reincarnation to a certain extent, but whether or not you can retain your consciousness from the previous life is a whole different consciousness. And although still energy, retaining that, I think, I don't know.
There's some weird stuff.
I don't think that it would be like you're coming back as a dog or something that simple. You probably come back as many things, in the grass and the everything. What I think.
That's why.
So I don't think it's as simple as reincarnation. Oh, I'm a butterfly. I'm a dog.
Well, I was meant, like the consciousness, though. How some people, or we even see some weird things in our children.
I think that there could, or lingering things in our line of, or whatever, in our lifetime even. I think
like
that
more of an ancestor imprinted in our genes.
I don't think
memory.
I don't think that,
like our bloodline, instead of some random person being reincarnated into your person, your child. Maybe it's our bloodlines.
I think that we found out. So yes, blood, even in the Wiccan religion, is one of the most powerful forms of energy. A more positive form would be your spit, but. Yeah, blood is powerful, and we're still figuring that out. We do know that on a scientific level.
Well, the memory imprint of reincarnation, like how our past lives is what I'm talking about. Do you think it's past lives of our relatives, or past lives of random strangers.
It could